Welcome back. You're still watching the Daily Debate, and to be continuing the coverage of the first day of the presidential elections in Egypt for 2024, I'm honored to be having with me over the phone Dr. Mohamed Naguib Abu Zaid, the professor at the American University in Cairo. Thank you very much, Doctor, for being with us on the Daily Debate for tonight. How did you see the first day and the turnout that we have seen all over the day in Egypt?
First of all, thank you for having me.
Anytime.
I hope you hear me well.
Yes, I can.
Yes. And I'm actually delighted to see a high percentage of participation all over the country. And what's really intriguing for me also is to see a higher segment of the youngsters, the youth, because for a long time we haven't seen high turnout, particularly from the youth, in the election. So I'm particularly delighted to see a high turnout, and I hope it will continue for the coming 2 days as well in the elections.
Yes, you have mentioned the different societies and the sectors that have participated and were represented in the first day, on the first day of the presidential elections. What does this say about the Egyptian presidential elections to the entire world, to who is ever watching us?
Well, I would like to say to my colleagues, my peers, my friends, my people in Egypt that everyone has to exercise their role, their duty in joining the elections, in casting their vote. We don't ask someone to like the president said, to put his vote in this direction or in that direction, but we want them to exercise the right to vote and make it really an election process with high turnout, with high participation. I also would like to say for everyone who's watching and listening to this show that Egypt for a long time has been going through many challenges. And the coming time and the coming decades will continue to be a challenging time for Egypt and the region. We wish all the best, of course, for our country, but we have to be prepared with a strong leader who can lead this country into a safe and prosperous future.
Yes, Doctor, and finally, how would you see the upcoming 2 days of voting for the Egyptian presidential elections, as we have just seen the statements made by the Executive Director and the Chair of the National Election Authority, and of course the following up through the polling stations all over the country, for the committees, for the subcommittees as well. How would you see this development in terms of facilities given to the citizens to be going and voting and to be easily getting out of the polling station and back to their homes?
Well, it's a very good question, because the candidates, not only one, the candidates, almost all of them have made a statement that this is an organized election, perhaps more than any other one before. To cast their vote provides ample time for everyone to participate. We have approximately 67 million individuals who have the right to vote. Historically speaking, not only in Egypt but in other countries as well, usually the second day and the third day, the last 2/3 of the time allowed or allocated for election, witness usually more individuals coming. So I would expect even more people to come and cast their votes. I have to say also that in the last week, when we had or 10 days, when we had the voters outside Egypt, that was higher
yes, for the expatriates, yes.
So the whole picture tells me that there is higher participation. And I have to say that more than perhaps any other time before, Egyptians, which rightly so, they see the need and the value of their vote and the importance of selecting and electing a leader who can cross with the country these challenges and actually set the plans forward and execute these plans into some better development and sustainability.
Yes, Dr. Mohamed Naguib Abu Zaid, the professor at the American University in Cairo. Thank you very much for being with us tonight on the Daily Debate. Over the phone, Dr. Ahmed Osama Abu Doma. We have seen also in the press conference that was held by the National Election Authority that there were some logistical support and maybe cards that were printed by the Braille codes for the visually impaired voters here in the country.